set to take on Troy Letters of Lehigh. And it's interesting to note that Letters was the one that knocked Lewis out of the competition in the semifinals just 1 year ago. So Tyrone Lewis with a chance to get rid of a lot of baggage here tonight, and Troy Letters is going to try to prevent it.
Hey,
I think Letters comes out strong, and the thing about Letters is he's not going to give up. But Lewis, this is his match to win, I think, if he keeps the momentum he's had the whole tournament, Jeff.
I agree with you. What really you should look for from Lewis, his uncanny quickness. Letters doing a nice job of turning the corner. No points, and they get out of bounds.
Look at that. That was a great job by Lewis. Letters did a nice shot, but Lewis hip heisted, kind of got to his feet, fended off Letters.
Lewis has that beautiful head snap, the quick shot, and that athleticism that he just demonstrated in that counter. Letters really had him there with that takedown. He was into Lewis's hips, but that athleticism that Lewis possesses really got him out of trouble.
Lewis was in trouble yesterday, guys, in the semifinals. He had to win in sudden victory over Jacob Volkman.
And he did so with a beautiful head snap 4 seconds into overtime.
And that was avenging an earlier loss to Volkman in the dual meet between Minnesota and Oklahoma State. So it had to be doubly satisfying. There's Lewis trying to pick Letters, but Letters getting his ankle back because he knows it's coming. Lewis has a great pick.
Lewis a senior, Letters a sophomore, but Letters dangerous himself. He has the ability to put people on their back from the standing position. Very good at it.
Troy Letters is from Schuler, Pennsylvania, and he was second last year to Matt Lackey from Illinois in the finals. Only a sophomore. Here he is for the second time.
This also has some team implications. Lewis, win or lose, Oklahoma State wins, but Lehigh can move up and possibly take over third place. They would take over if Letters wins, but that little bit of pressure perhaps in the back of the mind of Letters. But I know coaches say win first, worry about the team later.
shots, man, shots!
When you slow down like this and you go forehead to forehead, sometimes it favors the stronger wrestler, less talented wrestler. So this is to advantage of Letters, I think.
I think anytime you get into a collar tie where each athlete's grabbing the back of the neck of the other, particularly ear to ear, then it does go to the stronger wrestler because nobody can move.
Nothing, no.
You heard the referee say nothing. And then slipped out the arm, Letters did, and got two on Lewis right at the edge of the mat.
Kept at least both his feet in bounds. This year, with the change of rules, that scores.
Yeah, you don't need both, you just need anything. It doesn't even have to be a supporting point. Any part of your body on the mat, you score.
Okay.
Letters needs to be careful. Lewis in a position here. Oh, and he's going to get back points. And that's a tough time to give up a score right at the end of a period.
Lewis looks a little stunned and confused. They gave back points to Troy Letters to put Letters on top 4-0 at the end of the first period.
Letters here underhooking both of Lewis's arms, finds a little bit of leverage, able to put Lewis on his back. You see the official put the two fingers out. That meant he held him there for the 2 count necessary for the 2 points near fall.
There's a quick escape for Lewis.
First point for Lewis.
Lots of time left. Lewis needs to maintain composure, stick with your main attack. He can make up these 3 points.
Letters wants to stay straight on here. He'd love to stay ear to ear there because he's already shown he can make it drop his hips and explode in. But right now he doesn't want to do anything stupid, and he doesn't want to have Lewis find the angle and get to the ankles. Look, he loves going in on the ear to ear. Collar tie up.
Collar tie. And we saw Lewis get a lot of success too, staying away from his opponent and changing levels, trying to time when to take the shot and catch the ankle. Hasn't done that thus far. And Lewis hasn't been able to snap Letters as well.
Well, what I noticed is Letters is leading his right leg right there. Now, he just went, but he doesn't want to do it often because Lewis loves to pick his opponent's left ankle. But you'll see Letters going back and forth, back and forth. And look, he's leading with his right leg. He's scouted Lewis.
Action.
Lewis tried a shot on the right leg of Letters and never got close to it. They travel out of bounds.
A four-time All-American. He's come short of the finals for 3 years. Now he's finally here. When does all of it start closing in on Lewis as far as psychologically, Jeff, as far as my goodness, am I not going to get this?
Better not let those thoughts get in your head right now, or else you're not thinking about what to do in the match.
And I think that's what John and Pat Smith were telling me. Pay attention to business is what they were doing. He started to lose focus, and you saw him. Forget it. Pay attention. There's John Smith right there, and he's saying, got to stay focused, son.
And he was giving him encouragement. He was clapping his hands as well. You know, he's saying, hey, you're okay. Stay with it. A lot of time left. We're only in the second period.
That was a great job by Coach Smith because instead of arguing with the official to no avail, he knew he had to get his athlete back in the game.
And Letters is on his game right now.
He certainly is. Troy Letters of Lehigh, just a sophomore, was in the finals last year. He too trying to erase some baggage of not winning, trying to take down Tyrone Lewis of Oklahoma State. 4-1 as we go to the third and maybe final period.
I think Lewis is going to cut him here and just let Letters get up. That's an escape point. 5-1 now, and he's going to try to do it from his feet, and this is going to be tough. Lewis needs a big move.
Like that.
Good attempts. Unable to finish, though.
Boy, great defensive work by Letters.
Well, Letters hasn't got a stalling call yet. He can take one. There's no reason for him to do anything but avoid the big move. If he gets to the edge, get off. But until the official says stalling, he's got it his way.
I agree with you 100%, Tim. And actually, he might be sitting and waiting for Lewis to get a little too aggressive, make that nice shot, perhaps take Lewis down, and that might be the icing on the cake.
4 years of work, 4 years of sweat, down to the final 120.
There's that stall call you were talking about, Tim.
There's a stall call, and now you got to, you have to circle. You got to keep the feet moving. If you're Letters. Letters knows exactly what Lewis likes to do. He has not been able to do his patented pick, and Letters has been moving, circling, and doing a great job. Tactically, he has wrestled a wonderful match. There's John Smith, not happy so far with...
Body English is saying it all there. The hands are on the hip. He's not happy with what Lewis is doing right here, and he's certainly not happy with the way the match is going.
One more backup. If he backs up, the official's going to call him for stalling. There's going to be a point.
You hear the Ohio State crowd asking for that from the referee. Oklahoma State.
Getting down to the final 30 seconds. How big a win would this be for Letters?
There's the stall call. An extra point now for Lewis. Makes the score 5-2.
Letters wants to stay in bounds here, but the referee, seeing that, is going to call the whistle. Stalemate. They'll bring him back in for a quick start.
You don't want to get called for this next stalling because then you're a takedown away from getting the match tied and going to overtime. So Letters has to keep coming forward now, but like we said, there's the collar tie ear to ear.
And you need to circle. Letters doesn't want to just keep going backwards. If you circle, it takes the pressure off.
14 seconds remaining in the collegiate career of Tyrone Lewis. Troy Letters, this would be huge as a sophomore to knock off Lewis.
And Lewis can't solve the riddle of Letters' defense.
Not once, guys, was he able to get into the ankles of Letters. How about that? Troy Letters pulls off the upset, and Tyrone Lewis denied again.
A masterful job by Letters.
A great job by Letters. Tyrone Lewis, only the one of 8 four-time All-Americans in the Oklahoma State history, but denied a national championship.
As much as you celebrate Troy Letters' win, you have to feel some compassion, too, for this man, Tyrone Lewis. The dejection for Lewis already bursting into tears as he leaves the arena. Troy Letters of Lehigh, just a sophomore, denying Tyrone Lewis a championship that he had worked so hard for. As we go to Quint Kesnick, he is standing by with Troy Letters.
Troy, on the sport's biggest stage and a rivalry match, you and Tyrone Lewis have a thing going. Talk to me about what this win means for you, only as a sophomore, to take your first national title.
This is a big win. Me and Tyrone, that was kind of like the rubber match. So he's a tough competitor, but God willing, I just had a great match.
A masterful match by Troy Letters of Lehigh, takes his first national title as a sophomore.
Thanks a lot, Quint. And so far, Oklahoma